and as we all know, the legal process with any situation can be difficult to navigate. And in our area, there are legal resources available for women who find themselves in a domestic violence situation.
And that's why we have joining us in studio is attorney Randy Roberts from Roberts & Roberts Law Firm in Tyler. He's here to break down ways women can seek help through the court system, and we also have some local nonprofits that you can use.
Yeah, Mr. Roberts, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
You know, from women that we've spoken to who have found themselves in abusive relationships, they all say the hardest part is leaving. From a legal standpoint, what are some of the first steps that a woman should take to safely get help?
Well, first of all, the most important thing is if you're in danger, leave. That's the most important thing you need to know. And there are plenty of resources here in East Texas for helping you get away from that abusive environment where you can safely live until you can get back on your feet and take advantage of the legal resources that are available here in East Texas. One such agency is the East Texas Crisis Center.
Okay, well, we know that you're on the law side, the legal side of all of this. Does this happen often? And when you talk about those resources, how difficult is it for someone to access these resources here at home?
If you're in an abusive relationship, or you've been abused, or you're being harassed, the resources you have basically fall into two categories. First, if you've already been abused or assaulted, then you should go straight down to the police station. It doesn't cost anything, and file a criminal complaint. The police will ask you to sign an affidavit, so you have to swear to it, and you need to be right. But if you swear out an affidavit establishing that you've been assaulted in a situation involving abusive relationships or domestic violence, the police will issue an arrest warrant, see that person is brought to court, warned not to be around you further, and have his case set for trial. Now, the other situation that people encounter, which is much more common, is the fear that they're going to be assaulted, or the fear that they may be attacked by someone in a relationship, or they're just being harassed. In that situation, the person should seek a protective order. And here's the good news. You don't need a lawyer to get a protective order. You can literally go to the Texas Supreme Court website and download the protective order kit. And it shows you how to fill out the form. And once you fill it out, you just take it down to the courthouse, and they'll show you where to file it or to who to give it to. Once that form is prepared and filled out and filed at the courthouse, not you, but the police will serve it on the person that's abusing you or threatening you. And that way you don't have to deal with them at all. And they're under a legal order at that point, a judge-signed order telling them not to come near you, not to bother you, and warning them that there are criminal penalties such as jail time and heavy fines for breaking that order.
Well, that is excellent advice. We'll definitely have that information linked to our website story on these resources. Now, Mr. Roberts, you know, some women seem to want to avoid getting the law involved in the first place because it can be expensive, though you said that filing an order is free. They also have children with their abuser, or they simply just don't want to have to face their abuser again. Not any situation is the same. What is your advice to them about safely trying to navigate the legal process of protecting themselves?
Well, as I pointed out just a minute ago, the most important thing to know is that those two avenues are basically cost-free. Secondly, if they're concerned about having to confront their accuser, well, that's why they're getting these remedies, because they are going to be confronting that abuser again in another situation. If you think you're never going to see them again, you don't need the protective order, and you may not need the criminal complaint. But if you think you're going to be encountering them, then you basically have no alternative, and it's for the protection of your children as well to either fill out that criminal complaint or to get that protective order.
Well, we've got one more question for you. I have a question for you before we do let you go, and we appreciate you being here. We talk about how it's not easy, but you say the steps are clear. The path is clear for you to figure those things out. We talk about how successful these restraining orders are at protecting women from their abusers, but when it comes to a female that's dealing with a situation like this and she's got to take her kids into account and things like that, how often do you see this stuff happen, and what's like the first thing that you tell these people when they make that decision that they do want to get help?
Well, in terms of violating the protective order, it really is quite rare. I know that people scoff at the paperwork, but when someone is served with that order, basically telling them in an order signed by the judge that they're going to jail or paying a heavy fine if they violate it, 99% of the time that order is followed and it's effective in serving its purpose. But now and then the protective order is violated, and once someone is found to have violated it, they're immediately taken before the court and put in jail.
Yeah, seems to me the theme of this conversation is the law is on the woman's side here when trying to get help, and she is not alone in this situation.
Yeah, no matter whatever, if you're watching, you're going through something like this, we all know it's difficult. It's very difficult to leave a situation of familiarity.
Right.
So.
Mr. Roberts, thank you very much for joining us with your legal advice. We always very much appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.